Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we are returning to Ultimate General American Revolution in our Let's Play series playing as the Americans in this long-running series. We are picking things up about a month before the invasion of New York, or the New York campaign, which will be a major expansion of the map to the south to New York, and then also, I believe, west as well. I believe there's an invasion path that opens up toward Albany. So we're about to see the map expand. Currently, we own every single town on the map, with the exception of the native towns, but those are neutral. All of them right now are neutral, right? So, you know, we've got a bunch of garrisons spread around, which are starting to cost a fair bit of cash. But we also have a couple of field armies as well. So we've got about 3,400 troops. Almost all of them? No, all of them are... I think. Maybe actually one of them isn't. All but one of them are regulars at Fort Montgomery under General Horatio Gates. 3,400 troops total. We've got about a small 600-man budding force at Boston under my character, Horatio Butcher. Just sort of hanging out there. And which I would say is sort of our de facto city on the map right now in terms of resources and things like that. We also have about 2,000 men under General Benedict Arnold, located near Portsmouth, probably our eastern mobile field force. And realistically, we need to raise at least one more force to deal with the British as they come at us. Now, I can't remember if we spent the money to invest in New York. I don't think we did. We did lose our income tax because the tax was sort of amended out, so we don't have a very good economic situation right now, but we'll see. I do think we need to strip some of these troops out of some of these towns in the Northeast, because I don't think, like, maintaining 500 men at Pownall and Halifax and Frank and Castine, like, I don't think that is sustainable from a dollars and cents point of view, especially some of these, like, artillery batteries. So I think what we're going to do here is, you know, we'll keep the larger garrisons along the coastal towns, but I think like the interior towns at like Magnock, we need to keep some presence here to prevent a local uprising, but we don't need artillery, I don't think, at Magnock, unless some of these native tribes turn on us. So we'll go ahead and, you know, apply that, wipe those guys out to save us some cash so we can raise some new units closer to the front. I don't really feel like trying to raise a new regiment and then move them around and slowly merge them all together. We'll just sort of disband some of these, which will give us recruits in these towns, which then will hopefully use the supply lines we've got all over the map to go ahead and, you know, relocate themselves. So we'll go ahead and take 150 men out of the Wielamenusk garrison as well. Again, hoping to improve our economic situation. Pownall will also pull 150 men out of... These are militia units. They don't cost as much. And then I think Norwalk, we will also pull the artillery out of there. So we'll, if it comes down to needing artillery to deal with some sort of uprising in the Northeast, we'll have to send troops that are part of the field forces. Quebec, I think it makes sense to keep a larger garrison there. Trois-Rivières, we'll pull, no, let's leave that there. I don't really know. We're kind of weak in the eastern or in the western portion of the map here. If there is an assault toward Albany or Canada, it probably makes sense to leave those troops mostly in place. Albany, I was trying to start building up a field force here. We got about 800 men. With no commander, it might make sense to relocate one of our generals out that way. But that's kind of where we find ourselves. So we deleted a couple of companies, I guess. That might be worth something. I also think one thing we're going to do here, and I didn't realize I could do this during the last time we were playing, but you can upgrade units, so we're going to do that. Neiman Richards, or that's not Neiman Richards, but that's the store I'm thinking of. Let's see, how many, are there any 2-star units here? 1-star, well, actually these guys they're all level 2 experience. Benedict Arnold's forces here. So the militia regiment here from Hartford, we're going to go ahead and upgrade these guys to militia fusiliers. It will cost us 16 of our officers, which we did just get some officers back by scrapping those companies, so that will help. So we'll go ahead and upgrade these guys to a regular infantry regiment, which you can see here. Why are they red? Is there like a delay? Oh, we got to upgrade here. So it'll cost us $1,000 and 16 officers. So do that. So we'll upgrade these guys to regulars. You guys have been in the service long enough to be regulars in my eyes. I wish I could just slide these guys down. It really bothers me that there's not, you can't relocate how these guys are set up. Like I want, unless, can I? No, I want the artillery to be on the bottom of the stack. That's annoying. But anyway, so we'll do that. Now we can also add new regiments to these, or new companies to these regiments, because a Fusilier regiment can actually have more companies. By upgrading, we did lose the level 2 experience, but they are now still level 1 experience, and they are regulars. So let's go ahead and raise a new Fusilier unit here. We'll give them brown besses, I guess. We've got enough of those in stock. That's 1 officer, 20 brown besses. It'll be up to 100 more, but that's fine. And then let's also do should we do a skirmisher unit? That's basically a Minuteman. They're basically useful for sharpshooting. I don't have sharpshooter weapons, though. So maybe we'll do a supply stretcher company. They can provide extra supply for units in battle, which will probably be more relevant for artillery than infantry. What do they cost? Do they take supply wagons? Like, what do they cost? Supply stretcher doesn't tell me. Is it just manpower? I gotta imagine there's like I'm not sure. But we'll go ahead and we'll assign these guys here. So it'll cost a little bit of cash. We'll also go ahead and upgrade the Massachusetts militia under Daniel Fox. These boys out of Boston. So go ahead and upgrade them. They also currently have brown besses. So we'll have 2 regular companies here. Again, I'm going to be annoyed by the fact that the Virginia 76 will be our weapon. I'm going to be annoyed by the fact that they're not... The artillery's not at the bottom of the stack. That really bothers me. Can we do this for all? We probably can't afford to do it for everybody yet. We're going to have to see where our specialists land or what our economy looks like. But at the very least, we now have 1,000 regulars up at Portsmouth, whereas before it was almost 2,000 militiamen. So that's where that is at. We'll have to see how that influences the economy. I'd like to build another army here with Butcher. It would be nice to do that. I'm kind of tempted to build one further. So I feel like having one army in Salem or Portsmouth would be wise, sort of guarding the East Coast. One army maybe down by Hartford or New Haven, or Fort Montgomery, which defends toward New York. And then maybe one army either up in Canada or up in Albany, in case there's some sort of Johnny Burgoyne assault down the river somehow. I'm not sure. It just seems like we got a lot of troops tied up here. Fort Halifax doesn't need 500 men. Let's pull the artillery out of there. That'll give me back some officers. Should also free up a fair number of batteries and guns as well. But... honestly, we could probably pull these down. Because, like, if these units get overrun at 500, I'm not going to have a command. I don't know. It's probably nice to have these big garrisons where if there is an invasion, I can probably pull... Like, a lot of these towns don't need a garrison. Halifax is 74 loyalty. George is 69. Castine is 50. Palmos 50. But they're going up because of the tax with repeal. So, like, it might be nice to have some of these standing militia units because I can just merge them all and instantly build a 2,000-man army if there's a threat up here. But they're so far north, they're going to be out of position for any assault on Boston or anywhere else like that. So I'm not really sure. Let's wait a day or two and see how the economy looks now that we made those reductions and then also those new additions and upgrades. I think everything is built. I don't have any extra. We also are recruiting specialists, which will be ready in 9 days, so we get a bump of 20 more of them. If we take a look at our infrastructure, how's that doing? Did that all complete? It looks like our logistics infrastructure mostly completed. We do have some production infrastructure that's building all over here that is not completed yet. So we are working on trying to improve the economy. I don't know, like, I always want to go with mines, but provisions are probably important too, right? We'll do another agriculture there. And up there. So more investment in infrastructure. $30 guns. If I could get these 2 ships over here. 36 and then join with the 18 there. Oh my god, but that seems like a bad idea because there are a lot of guns in Massachusetts Bay here. Over 300 artillery pieces between all these ships. Nice donation of 2,200. Net income change negative 8,000 for the week. Portsmouth troops, did these guys... Not enough wagons. I need to produce wagons, I guess, then, right? Am I not producing any of that? I don't even remember. It's been so long since I've touched this. We are making wagons. We're making 1 per day. We're also making 3 ammo per day, which is nowhere near enough for the training regiment, and 41 Virginia muskets per day. Can I buy any more muskets on the market? Well, I don't know if... What about wagons? I don't need muskets, but I could use wagons. I can't even build or sell them, I guess. Okay. Provisions are also a little bit low, but we just invested in that in 2 regions. I'm not going to spend prestige on that yet. We did just complete construction house. Leicester is working a weaver house? It is. It'll be done in 10 days. Middlesbrough can increase the recruiting house. The recruits are not as much the problem so much as the economy, right? I need more money. We've already got merchant stalls here. Is there anything else? A tax house won't do me any good because we don't have any taxes right now. Weaver's house would generate resources that could be sold for money. Granary might not be a bad idea. Get more provisions. Alright, Project Ordnance 2 is finished. So Artillery Chief is done with that. Let's see what else is available for him. Plus 5% gun production. We can get the 6-pound field gun under production. I don't even have a forge going right. Like, I'm not even making any artillery right now. Go with an ironworks. That'll be 100 days, but it also increases research speed. Let's do this. Ironworks plus faster research, I think, is more useful. I have more guns than I think I can use right now. Alright, these other guys are not anywhere close. We're 58 days from Dragoons. Oops. Let's make more than 1 wagon a day if we're going to be doing some supply companies. Let's try for 3 a day. We'll cut rifle production to 30. We've got 2,000 in stock. So let's cut it to 33. And then we can bump up ammo production a little bit. To 4 per day. Ammo production is so inefficient. Hey, Light the Lamp, how you doing? Good to see you guys here. Okay. Benedict Arnold is a lieutenant general. Horatio Gates is a brigadier general. And I am a general. So I'm a 4-star. Somehow Benedict Arnold is a lieutenant general. I'm not sure why. If it's just his rank as a character or if it's because of the success he had. Either way, not sure. Production infrastructure in New York is complete. That's nice at least. The economy... Net loss for the week, I guess it's a new week, but it's not as bad-ish. Not enough ammo to train, not enough ammo to train. I need to figure that out, because I'm not producing anywhere near enough ammo to train artillery. So maybe we just stop that, because it is consuming a fair bit of ammo. Where are we at now? 599. And I don't even know if it's doing me any good, because the units never have enough local ammo on hand. Also, I'm not using anywhere near the wood that I have. Let's go ahead and sell some. I have $20,000 again. Alright, so since we did some production infrastructure, I think in some of the New York areas, let's see. Alright, so New York down here. So these are areas that are all likely to be overrun, which is a little bit concerning. Provisions feel like they're a little bit of an issue. We have nothing up here in the Northeast. Not even a single building. Is logging considered mining? Mineral resources? What produces logs? Production of provisions. Okay. It's got to be mining, right? That's the only thing up there. Yeah, nothing's changed in the last 2 weeks. Light the lamp. Alright, so interestingly enough, Canada just has, up here in the north, just has the production of food. So let's go with provisions up there. Food here. Let's make a mine here. So we just spent a bunch of money and resources to try and expand our... Because there's copper here, which is why I'm doing a mine. We'll do a mine here, too. Okay. Canada also does have slots for production. I just don't know about the viability of me holding those positions for very long. Meanwhile, we've got these guys fully equipped, right? Yeah, these guys have been... No, not quite fully built up. Alright, this unit is fully built. This unit needs to go to priority 1. Should be fully built soon. What's Portsmouth at right now? Not enough. Oh, I need specialists to upgrade towns into capitals. Which is also important from a how much money the city generates for you. We're going to upgrade the fur production at Leicester once the weaver's house is done in 8 days. Fur is very valuable. Did we get the production point at all in New York out here, or is it just printing press 130 days? The reduction of the taxes has helped immensely, but... What do we even do here? Rum distillery, printing press, and fort. What else can you build in this place? Blacksmith house would help with production. Stable would help with horses. I probably do need some more horse production. If I'm going to build dragoons. Alright, I just gotta wait on some of these things that are already building. I think that's what we need to do anyway. Providence, you've got merchant stalls, right? You do. I feel like merchant stalls are very, very important, so maybe we just need to build that everywhere we don't have them yet. Because they give you a nice little chunk of income, like 100 to 200 in most cases. So anywhere that's like a decent-sized city probably should have them. Blacksmith will be done in a day, and then I think we'll do merchant stalls in Salem. Be an income of 100. Money, money, money. It's important. King George's statue. In New York City, the Sons of Liberty rushed down Broadway to Bowling Green to topple the statue of King George III. They plan to chop it up and ship the statue to a Connecticut foundry to be made into bullets, while the head is to be paraded on pike staffs. Negative 10% reputation cost for 60 days. Cool. Not using reputation for anything right now, but that's still cool. Did we end up getting enough wagons? We did. Good. Alright, so that'll be good for when I upgrade that other unit. Did we get these guys fully built out? So why do they have 67 out of a potential 50? Seems like they're overstacked. Interesting. Let's make this Boston unit here a regular unit as well. They've got recruits in Boston they can spare, right? And then we'll also switch the troops in Hartford over to being a regular unit too. We can't. We don't have the officers to do it. Never mind. Does the game allow you to build the Green Mountain Boys? Coffee, we got them as an event, and they all died. But yes, the game does have Daniel Morgan's sharpshooters. I got them all killed, but they do exist in the game. Alright, we're going to try and get these guys all to 6-pounders if we've got them. At least the regulars should all have the 6-pounders if we can. Sad but cool, yep. Sad but cool indeed. Hey King, how you doing? Alright, we're taking our time. I know we're inching toward the August arrival of the British in New York, but... War. In a stunning turn of events, reports from diplomatic sources indicate that Britain and the Miamis have entered into a state of war. Okay. I don't think the Miami tribe is anywhere near us, but that's good to know. British Navy never sleeps. I don't really know what to do diplomacy-wise. So campaign progress. Killed soldiers, the Americans' victory points, 407, the British 193. Destroyed units, the Americans 62, the British 12. Sunk ships, 1 for each side. Captured localities, 36 for the Americans, 9 for the British. I don't think the British have any localities right now. Right now, campaign progress. The British have a huge army and a huge navy. Well, that's just because they haven't... the map I can't destroy anymore right now. It comes in packs and can be produced or purchased. So how do I don't know what to do with diplomacy here. I don't really know how it works. Convene international relations committee. Like, I could use ammo from literally anybody. I don't need furs. I need ammo. If I convene a committee of international relations, With France, does it? Sure. I'd like to improve relations. I mean, I don't really want to give them money to improve relations. What I would like is for them to give me ammo. Which, like, $4,000 to improve my relations with them would be great, I guess. But I don't know if that'll do anything. Meanwhile, I don't have enough money anymore to feel comfortable. So let's see what we can sell. I don't have money to use all this construction points, so we'll sell 133 of our 233 construction points. Manna from heaven. And then don't want to sell anything else there. We'll sell our 5 furs. A little bit more cash there. Sell our. I don't think you can do anything with rum other than sell it. Sometimes there are diplomatic events where you can use it. And we could sell some of our muskets. I don't know that this is smart, but it'll give me lots of money. Still leaves me with $1,500 in the bank. Miami or in Ohio? Okay, sorry, I don't know the location of all the various tribes, but that's good to know. All right, so we had 98 deserters this week, 98 disease losses, but we gained 632 recruits. Negotiations in the shadows. Secret negotiations unfold in the dimly lit back rooms of colonial taverns. The phantom trader, draped in a cloak of secrecy, met with a trusted representative of the Continental Army. What's he offering me? 112 what? Charleville 77s for $3,000? I don't know that I need Charleville 77s. I'm sure they're good. But that's a lot of money for not even enough to equip a single unit. If I was looking for weapons, if I was looking to buy weapons on the market, what I would want is hunter rifles, which are the sharpshooters that the Daniel Morgan boys go with. I would definitely buy those. And that's probably about it, right? Like, I guess we don't have any 76s or 77s. So I don't know how good they are, but that's not enough. Like, I could equip a skirmisher company with it, but I don't even know that they are good for skirmishing. So the Boston boys looks like they basically got all fully equipped, so that regiment is fully built out. Why do these guys have 50 more? Why do they have more troops? It's very confusing. I think they have more than the limit. That's very strange. Anyway, okay. So, also, don't we have a wagon somewhere, like an actual supply wagon? Let's get that thing out of there. There's no reason for it to be up near Fort Frank. Send it down to Portsmouth to join the army. All right, so we got 2 regular units. Let's go ahead and upgrade that to 3. I do not have the specialist to do it. Damn it. Where are we at in specialist research? 3 more days? I don't have the patience. Let's do it now. Give me the specialist now. Yeah, lady, I don't really know, like, I haven't had issues with ammo in battle. It's more about the training. And I think with over 500 in the stocks, we're still okay there for a couple of battles. Report about British plans. Okay, so we've received information that the British are planning an attack on New York this summer. Perhaps it's worth taking the trouble to create a defense. It's necessary to allocate funds to organize regiments to protect New York. $10,000, that's a lot. We'll send troops when we're ready. Nope, I'll take the $10,000 to give me some level of preparation there. So it just cut my money in half, but should allow us to be more prepared for New York outside of like our existing economic stuff. So that's good. Let's also, now that we've got those recruits, those specialists. All right, so the Chief of the Navy, I'm not using the Navy a whole lot. I feel like it's kind of a luxury I can't afford, but keep work on your privateers. And then let's go ahead and use those officers that we just got to upgrade another regiment to regulars. And then add some more companies there, so we'll get a couple hundred more troops in Benedict Arnold's force. So we're going to build a nice army in the northeast to go with our small army near Fort Montgomery of 3,400 troops to deal with New York. Got about a month left. Gates also has a wagon down there. Silver, we had to restart that due to a save that died, and also just, yeah, that's the primary reason. So if that happens again, it will be a new fight. All right, so we're at $9,000. Does anybody know? Is it worthwhile? Like, I'm wondering if it's worthwhile building ships. Does it make sense to use the shipyard points to build ships that you can then turn around and sell? Are they worth enough to make that worthwhile? I don't know the answer to that, but I'm curious. Purple settlements are native tribes, so they're neutral right now anyway. They don't have to be, and they're native tribes. All right, so did we build that Weaver's house in Leicester yet? Still working on it. 3 days left. Hey, a nice little donation. Privateer actions. 7th rate brig. Where? Marblehead. So is that up here? We captured our 2nd privateer. Cool. So we've got two 16-gun brigs up at Portsmouth, and we've got two 18-gun brigs at Portsmouth, two 18-gun brigs at Salem, and then we've got 3 smaller 12-gun brigs down at Newport. So we've got ships. It's definitely not enough to engage with the British fleet in Massachusetts Bay, which has over 16 ships and 480 guns. Maybe enough to try and clear Portsmouth itself of enemy shipping. Maybe. Cherokee raids. Increased tensions between us and them. Oh, wow, we're going to be almost at war with the Cherokee. Okay, that's in the Carolinas, though, so that's off map right now. Okay. Oh, nice. We got 22 more officers. So I'm going to equip the final company here of men at Portsmouth, and I'm going to switch them over to become regulars. So these boys are going to be regulars. Not enough wagons. That should change. We are producing them, so... Anyway, so we're going to have 4 regiments of regulars under Lieutenant General Arnold, plus a 5th regiment at Boston. And then we have 4 regiments down here at Montgomery of regulars. I'd like to change Hosa Smith. You know, he's a terrible general. Can we switch him off with someone better? Yannick Schaefer looks way better. way better traits, so just switch them around. I don't know why it sounded like it cost money to do that. It shouldn't. That should be enough boats to launch a surprise attack on England. Maybe not quite, but, you know. Get my hopes up. We can probably pull the 500 men at Falmouth south to join Benedict Arnold's main force, just because I think we're close enough to support Falmouth from here, and Falmouth is not a revolution risk. Our troops in New Hampshire found a smuggler's rum warehouse near the city. We can sell the cargo or transfer it to the city for free. I'm sure many residents will be delighted with such a gift. So we sell it. It'll lower the loyalty in New Hampshire by 4%. We're only at 79%. Let's get their loyalty. Meanwhile, the Miamis we're going to send a message to the Miamis requesting 8 iron. I don't need that. Like, it could be useful, but I don't need to increase tensions. One of our ships has spotted a fleet. The captain has been following the fleet from a distance for a couple of days now. From the course of the fleet and the existence of troop ships, the captain assumes that this is an invasion fleet that will arrive within 2 weeks. Okay. And the 2,500 for the Weaver's House. All right, so British invasion coming by sea soon. I don't think that's the New York attack. Merchant stalls in Leicester. We'll build that. Chambly's real loyal. They like us here. New Haven could be a target. I mean, anywhere along the coast could be a target. Let's do this. Let's get the Falmouth garrison south. If they are going to land troops near Falmouth, I'd rather not oppose them with 500 men. We'll also do the same for... Fort George isn't on the coast, so I don't think that will happen there. But let's pull these troops. Both these places have high enough loyalty. So we'll concentrate our coastal forces in the east under Benedict Arnold. We are going to keep troops at Castine, Pownall, and Halifax just in case. Frank and George, I don't think are on the coast technically, but they could land at Castine. I want at least a blocking force up here to delay them pushing inland if they land there. Meanwhile, Portsmouth will cover both Falmouth and Salem. My character is kind of redundant here, I think, so I think my character is going to go somewhere else. I'm going to leave 700 troops in Boston just in case they land there. We probably need a force defending this southern shore. So this is, I don't think this is New York yet. Let's do this. Let's move Gates. And apparently he's got another upgrade here. Inland. We'll move Gates to Albany. And we'll give him 1,400 regulars to go with him. Just in case. And then we'll take 700 regulars. Montgomery's pretty safe from an uprising, right? It's also not on the coast. So we'll send the other troops east. Horatio Butcher is going to form a new army near Hartford, I think, to guard against landings there. And that's where we're going to send these boys out. So this is not the invasion of New York yet. New York is not for another month almost. So we did get a warning that there is an assault coming. Chambly is loyal enough. Montreal is getting kind of close to loyal enough. It actually really is. St. John's is not, though. Still, I don't want to leave Montreal empty. Can we raise another unit up there? Probably not quickly. Alright, Portsmouth is not going to be able to house all these troops sufficiently. But we've got 4,100 troops under Benedict Arnold. Most of them regulars at Portsmouth. We got another 700 guarding Boston, so there's no sort of bolt out of the blue attack there. And then we'll have about 2,000 men under my character at Hartford. Those troops are already there, the 3,000 troops or so, or whatever they have here.
Push through.
But yes, there are quite a few native troops there. We're also going to want to probably get a little bit more free cash. Free cash flow is important.
Keep moving.
I'm assuming... Burlington. What? We lost Burlington because of an uprising. Oh, fuck. Well, a good thing that Horatio Gates is moving north, I guess, then. We're just going to send the whole force that way, then. We'll leave 300 militiamen behind. Saratoga got enough manpower. We're going to pull all these troops. We're going to head north. We're just going to pull these troops with us as we go. And we're going to retake Burlington, because fuck these loyalists and whatever the hell they've done. Burlington Coat Factory? Nice joke. Ha ha ha! Is Norfolk loyal enough? No. Halifax should be. Do we have troops? Do we have money? Can we raise more at Hartford? We do have troops here. I don't have specialists, though. It's going to take me too long, but we will raise specialists there. Let's also sell some stuff, so we've got a little bit more cash. Who needs wood? We just sell it all. Sell it all today. Margin call reference. Not really using copper, and it's valuable. We got 10 wagons in stockpile. That's nice. Muskets. We're keeping at least 100 or 1,500 in stockpile, but we'll sell the excess. Well, let's also sell the 392. I'm not producing any United States muskets, so I do want to keep some of these things in stockpile, just because when we take casualties, we're going to want to be able to replace them. Should I sell these land mortars? I've never had a use for them. Ticonderoga is going to have to leave its garrison. The loyalty there is too low. I don't want to risk another revolt. We've captured mortars, but I don't have a use for them yet. How much would it cost to get the specialists today? 14. That would bump us down into the 70s. I think that's pretty safe. I need the specialists. I need to be able to raise more troops if they're sending an army. Let's at least wait one more day. Alright, get these guys up to St. John's. They will go from St. John's down to Burlington. We'll leave the 500 men at Ticonderoga. They only have 300 troops at St. John's, so I may have overreacted by sending this many troops to deal with that rebellion, but we will crush them in due course once the troops get up there. Meanwhile, Benedict Arnold's sitting with like 4,500 troops at Portsmouth, so that should be a pretty nice chunk of manpower to deal with any enemy attack on the coast on the northeast. I'm mainly leaving the 700 troops in Boston because I don't want them to, like, land and have a bolt from the blue where they just take Boston without resistance. We'll let these guys chill in St. John's for a few days and then to get their stamina back, and then we'll send them on Burlington. Probably just go now with the militia if we wanted. Protect Fort Lovell. As a coastal town becomes the target for the British naval forces, your mission is to fortify its defenses against an impending sea attack, secure coastal artillery, deploy naval mines, and devise... None of that is things in the game, is it? Naval mines? Devise strategic countermeasures to repel the British Empire fleet and ensure the resilience of Fort Lovell and the looming maritime threat. 5 reputation, 5,000 gold. Okay, but where's Fort Lovell? Is that even on the map? What? It's like way up the river? Okay. Like, sure, but where are they coming from? Strange. Meanwhile, the Hartford troops, let's replace this regular unit, or this unit with regulars. Okay, so we'll have more regulars here. 2,000 regulars now under my character. Yeah, I don't really understand where the British are going to come at level from. We don't really have any smaller garrisons to send out there to protect it. I don't want to leave Castine unoccupied. Or Norwalk, really. Montreal's loyal enough, right? We'll send John's 150 men over that way. I suppose there's always the risk of a revolution here, but hopefully it's less so. You guys up here yet? Get here. You dislike how you have to steal 68, 78, and 112 gunships off the British, French, and Spanish because you can't produce them? I don't necessarily have an issue with that because the Americans should not be making any ships of the line in 1776. Personally. That would be my opinion. Specialist recruitment's at 11 days. I forgot about that, didn't I? Let's do that. Well, let's wait because we're almost to the end of the 22nd. All right, all right, desertion and disease is pretty limited at the moment, so that's good news. Let's go ahead and spend 10 reputation, I guess. If we win a bunch of battles, we should get that reputation right back, right? Right, once Hawkins arrives, we'll go ahead and send a bunch of troops down to Burlington. We don't even need this whole force. I don't kind of regret moving all these boys up this way. And I don't really want to spend the regulars to do it, so let's go ahead and just take these militia. Alright, I don't want to waste my regulars on this campaign against Burlington. We should just be... Although I will say, like, one thing that is tempting in this game is just... It'd be fun to do the whole Total War thing where it's like, how do you want to handle the population now that you've obliterated them? I don't know if they can retreat or not. They've got 300 men. We've got 1,500. Like... Are my boys retreating? We outnumber them 5-1. I would think I don't need to fight that on the tactical map. They're militia too. The black cross belt means they're not regulars. So I think this is Horatio Gates' first independent command. Benedict Arnold and my character have fought a number of battles, but I think this might be Gates' first. So they're going to rout, and it'd be really annoying if they retreat to Alliance. So the British have allied with the Cherokee. I was going to say, it'd be really annoying... Okay, they surrendered. It'd be very annoying if the... where are you going? If the... enemy troops retreated to, like, another unoccupied town and retook that. Frederick's loyalty is too low to not have a garrison. That was a pretty bloodless battle for us, too, so that's a good result. Alright, let's move these militia back to St. John's. Maybe we'll leave a token company here to prevent another... Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to do that. Let's bring 1,000 men back to St. John's. We'll bring Gates out that way. Oh, shoot. What just happened? I didn't see what the first click was. Sea invasion spotted. Reports have arrived about panicked citizens of Castine. That's like way up in the middle of nowhere. I wish some of these pop-ups that gave you some kind of confirmation before you click out of it. Wait, there's 3,400 troops here. Now that I pulled all the troops from the north, enemies coming toward Castine. But also, apparently these guys are going somewhere. Is that the invasion task force right there? Thank you very much for the resub, Suffix. All right, 3,400 troops look like they're about to come out, so let's do this. Let's get these boys out. Let's get these regiments out. $2,000 troops under Aspera coming out. Another 2,000 troops under Skipwith. We'll leave behind one regiment so Portsmouth isn't fully unoccupied. I lost 5 specialists due to loyalist sympathies. Okay, smoking, thank you. That is good to know. All right. Was it really just 600? No, there's multiple 600-man units there. They're going to run away from me, those jerks? They landed troops and now they're running away. They're probably going to go take Falmouth and then George and then all these other unoccupied sections. Fortunately, it does take a little bit of time for them to take those, but that means my troops are going to show up probably tired. Do we see any other indication of British troops being around anywhere? Just Castine and Falmouth was lost. That felt pretty damn quick. Alright, well, let's fight the battle here. We got 4,000 troops going in against 3,300 British. They have no cavalry, thank God. But they do have a lot of regulars, so we'll see how this plays out, and hopefully we can really quickly retake it for our own purposes. But with that being said, we are about an hour into this episode, so we are going to wrap things up here. We've done some logistics work. We've gotten ready for New York. We're about 2 weeks away from the New York campaign occurring, and we have to deal with this British counterattack first. So we will see how things play out in our next video. Until our next video, however, this is the Historical Gamer once again saying thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'm out.